Jordan Peele is one of the fastest rising directors in all of Hollywood, and while his films have all been in the horror category, my least favorite project of his is actually his scariest work. That said, calling something Peele made is my least favorite is still high praise because he's made 3 great films to start his career. Initially known for his work in comedy, Peele broke out with Get Out in 2017, which was a huge hit and earned him a Best Original Screenplay Oscar. He set a high bar for himself, and while Get Out remains the best movie of his young career, I think his best pure horror movie came shortly after. Us is Jordan Peele's scariest movie. While Get Out was great, Jordan Peele's follow-up, Us, is more of a pure horror movie. There are certainly terrors in Get Out, though it's more of a thriller. In fact, the scene that scared audience members the most was when the cops showed up at the end and you feared that the protagonist would get unjustly vilified by them. Meanwhile, there are frights in Us from beginning to end. The opening flashback with the funhouse and doppelganger is chilling, soon followed by another scary shot of young Jason walking up to someone on the beach with their arms stretched out and covered in blood. When the tethered invade the home of the Wilsons, it's legitimately terrifying. The way they move is unsettling, the home invasion itself is scary, and then there are the performances. Lupita Nyong'o makes sure that Red is one of the scariest modern film characters. Everything from her mannerisms to her cracked voice to the way she's seemingly always one step ahead is genuinely freaky. There's scary imagery throughout, and the atmosphere throughout just adds to it all. The final twist might not work for everyone, but it also ends things on a not-so-happy note, which isn't the case with Peele's other films. Us isn't quite as good as Get Out or Nope. As noted, Us is Jordan Peele's best project in terms of pure scares, but for me, it ranks as his worst movie. Get Out is one of the best horror movies ever, and it accomplished so much. It became a box office sensation, made Peele a director to watch, and won an Oscar. On top of that, Get Out also succeeded with its social commentary on things like colorblindness, racism, and the white savior trope. It remains Jordan Peele's true masterpiece, so despite us being a great film in its own right, it's next to impossible to do what Get Out did. Jordan Peele had a lot to live up to with his third film, but he again knocked it out of the park with Nope. Teaming again with Daniel Kaluuya, this was a horror movie that leaned into the sci-fi world, focusing on an alien attack. Nope was considered one of the best movies of its year and one of the best modern sci-fi films. Us didn't quite hit those highs for a lot of critics and audience members, but it does lean the most into straight horror of them all. My least favorite Peele movie being Us shows how great his films are. When I say that my least favorite Jordan Peele movie is Us, that's not really a knock on it. It's more of a testament to how good Jordan Peele's films actually are. Not only has he put out 3 stellar films, but each is unique in its own way. It shows an impressive versatility in his filmmaking, and it's why he's such an exciting filmmaker. Get Out, Us, and Nope all have high Rotten Tomatoes scores ranging from 83% up to 98%, and all have become commercial hits.